Okay, here's a quick abs, cardio, core strengthening exercise routine. It should take about 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes total. It's shoulder friendly, so it won't aggravate your shoulder injury, but will enable you to keep yourself sort of flexible, strong and mobile in the meantime. You just need to get Yvonne with a stopwatch or use the stopwatch on her phone to count you through the time limits for each exercises. I'll let you know how long to do each one. You can pause the YouTube video after the explanation to make sure you're doing it correctly. Yvonne can then timer you and also look at your technique to make sure you're doing them correctly. Let's start with a quick warm up. So you're going to do 30 seconds of high knees. So keep your shoulder in a nice stable position where it's not painful, lifting your knees up and down, simultaneously squeezing your stomach. So quite simply, just lifting your knee up, side to side. 30 seconds of that, then you can introduce some abduction rotation of the hip. So as you march up, out to the side, out to the side. So you feel it loosening up your groin, mobilizing your hip. It's also temporarily testing your balance. And again, you're going to do 30 seconds of that. No rest in between. So you should have done a minute by now. Slightly elevated your heart rate and got like the lower, all your joints from your hips, knees, ankles, a little bit mobile. Then we're going to open up the back. So tuck the painful shoulder just tight to your stomach. You're going to rotate using the other arm, opening up the back, rotating from the hips. Again, just 30 seconds of this also. Feel your upper spine, mid spine, especially open up in a little bit your lower back. Mostly going to be mid and upper back. After 30 seconds of that, we're going to start with some exercises. So we're going to go into some squats. Again, keep your arm nice and tucked in a comfortable position. If that feels safe by the side or tucked into your arm, that's fine. Sitting backwards, so have the chair or that bed that you can extend behind you so you can use it as a reference point. You're going to be squatting backwards, so your bottom goes backwards rather than your knees going forward. You're just going up and down, up and down. Some key watch points here. Try and keep your upper body upright as much as possible so you're not just leaning forward. Try and keep your knees hip width or slightly wider apart and turned outwards, so don't let them drop in. So you're not dropping down like this, and you're not leaning forward and your toes, knees aren't going over your toes. So it's up and down for 1 minute. Now again, have Yvonne time this for you. Do as many reps as you can in a nice controlled fashion for 1 minute. Once you've done that, take a quick pause. Make sure that there's no pain in the knee and that your shoulder's still nice and secure. We're going to go into heel raises. So it's as simple as standing on your tiptoes. Trying to go up 1, 2, 3 seconds and down 1, 2, 3 seconds. You're going to do 2 minutes of these, or if you're feeling nice and stable and brave, you're going to do 1 minute per leg. So single leg heel raise, up and down. You can have something just a slightly, not a TV ideally, but something you can put just a little bit of effort on, offloading onto, but don't put any large amounts of weight down, just to steady yourself so you can balance up and down if you're doing the single leg. If you find it too challenging or it's hurting your ankle, do the whole 2 minutes up and down with the both legs down. So you should feel calf engaging and your ankles mobilizing. 2 minutes of that, and then we're going to go into some more squats followed by some lunges. So squatting down, as you come up you're going to forward lunge, right foot, return, forward lunge, left foot, return. That combination of 3 movements is 1 rep. You're going to do as many of those in 2 minutes that you can do. Take your time, do each rep nice, slow and controlled. Squat, as we said before, nice wide knees, turned outwards, bottom going backwards, upper chest staying high, squat down, come up. Then the lunge component, step forward with the leg you're going to lunge forward on. The back leg, the heel elevates, and you drop down your knee from that back leg, trying to stay nice and high in your chest. Repeat the other side. Leg comes forward, heel on the back leg comes up, knee on the back leg goes down, chest stays high. Repeat the sequence, squat down, step up, lunge forward, return, lunge forward, return. You're going to do 2 whole minutes of that. Another single leg balance type movement combined with some lunges. So you're going to lift your knee forward, single leg balance, then drop back down into a lunge. Again, you do a minute per leg for this. So the lunge is exactly the same as the lunge we just demonstrated, but you're lunging from the back leg. So behind you, heel up, knee drop down. Repeat after you've done a minute on one leg, repeat to the other side, knee up, return, drop down. Knee up, return, drop down. If you're finding it too difficult to stabilize as you lunge backwards, you're just going to do the knee up and single leg balance. So it's on your left leg to balance, knee up, knee down, knee up, knee down. All the while not touching your weight down, so you don't offload back down here. The weight stays exclusively on that leg. Up and down, up and down. Repeat, up and down, up and down. That's going to lead you into the next single leg balance. On the one leg, knee up, kick back, bend forward. Again, don't reach the bad arm forward, but you can reach the good arm forward. Keep the bad arm in a nice stable place that doesn't put any stress through the shoulder joint itself. Knee up, kick back, lean forward, reach forward. Knee up, lean back, kick forward, reach forward. Even when you're doing this leg, use the same arm, of course. Minute per leg for those. That's all of the standing exercises for now. The next one you'll need that pull-out bed that you have so you can comfortably lay on your back without making it too difficult for yourself to get up again. So join me on the floor. We're going to start with some simple lumbar rolls. Again, laying on your back, keeping your arm in a nice stable position. An angle not too abducted so you don't put stress through your back, through your arm, shoulder even. Just keep it tucked on your chest there. Knees bent to about 90 degrees, and you're just going to roll your knees from side to side, opening up your lower back. And you're going to do this for a minute and a half. Side to side. Should be no real effort, just gently mobilizing the back, stretching out all the muscles and the ligaments a little bit. After you've done a minute of those, just going into the crunches. You should be able to put both your hands on your thighs without putting any stress through the shoulder. If not, again, of course, keep it tucked. But hands on the thigh. We're going to do crunches, so tuck your chin towards your chest. Slowly sit up as far as you can. Clearing your neck, shoulder blades off, engaging your stomach. So you're not using any momentum. It's not a sit up. You're just rolling up. Tuck your chin, engage your abs. Breathe out. Roll your hands from your mid thighs to above your knees. Crunching your stomach. Come down as slowly as you came up, breathing in. Breathe out. Pause, breathe in. Rolling down, trying to go one vertebra at a time. So no momentum at all. It's just a slide up and a slide down. So I'll ask Yvonne to try and monitor the form there to differentiate between a sit up and a crunch. So you're going to do that for 2 whole minutes. And then we're going to do the opposite. We're going to do bridges up and down. For the bridges, keep your head relaxed on the floor. Tilt your pelvis towards you. So you flatten your back and your bum lifts slightly up. Then you're going to push down through the heels of your feet. Again, keeping your arm in a nice comfortable position. Probably best to keep it tucked down like that so you can just stabilize yourself with your elbow, but not putting any pain through the shoulder. Lift your bum up high and down. You're going to do a minute of these, up and down, squeezing your bottom, lifting up and down. After a minute, you're going to introduce the heel raises. So you're going to bridge up and then lift onto your tiptoes. Tiptoes down, bridge down. Bridge up, tiptoes down, bottom down. And you do a minute of those. So you do a minute of normal double leg bridges and a minute of double leg bridges with the tiptoes. And then if you're feeling super strong and balanced, you're going to do 30 seconds of single leg bridges, 30 seconds each leg. So for that, you bring one knee up to here at 90 degrees, tilt your pelvis in the same way, arms in the same position, lift your bottom up, pause, slowly back down. Same pelvic tilt, keep your abs engaged, same breathing pattern. Breathe out as you lift up, pause, and down. Lift up, pause, and down. When you've done 30 seconds with one leg, switch and perform on the other leg. So, should be a total of 3 minutes for your bridges. First minute's going to be double leg, bridge up and down. Second minute, bridge up and down, double leg again with the heel raise. And the final minute will be split between each leg, 30 seconds right, 30 seconds left. That'll be your bridges for that part. Then we're going to go into some sit-ups. So for that, keep your knees bent. You're going to use a little bit of momentum this time. So as we mentioned you not to do before, you're going to lift yourself all the way up and all the way down. All the way up and all the way down. So it's a conventional sit-up. Just keep your bad shoulder tucked in so you're not going to go through too much flexion, too much abduction, anything that puts stress on that shoulder joint. And you're going to do a whole minute of sit-ups. Take rests when needed. Don't feel you need to continuously do reps through the whole minute. You may need a little bit of time to catch your breath. You may need a bit of time to adjust yourself and make sure that your form is good. But you're going to do as many sit-ups as you can in that minute, up and down. Keep the shoulder tucked. Don't forget to breathe. Minute of that, and then we're going to go into something called the dying bugs. Typically you'd need the use of both arms for this, but we're going to do just a single because of your shoulder. So you're laying on your back, knees bent in what we call tabletop position, so straight above your hips, 90 degrees, 90 degrees. Your good arm will go up, your bad arm will stay tucked to your side. We're going to do that alternating movement, so if your right leg extends down, your left arm flexes up, and repeat. And you just imagine you're doing it with the other arm. You keep it in that stable position. So right arm, left leg, left arm, imaginary good leg. All the while you're keeping your pelvis in a nice neutral position and your abs turned on. So you're not allowing the weight of your leg as it drops down to tilt your pelvis and arch your back. That will turn your abdominals off. You want to keep them nice and tight and engaged throughout. Don't forget to breathe. Just any breathing pattern is fine. Keep it consistent. You're going to do a minute and a half of those. So Yvonne, stopwatch, a minute and a half. Take rest in between, but do as many reps as you can in that minute and a half. Those are your bird dogs. Then we're going to do some slightly more difficult version of those lumbar rotations. So you're just laying flat on your back again, tabletop legs, and you're turning from side to side, but this time your heels are off the ground. You're going to do a whole minute of these. If you're feeling good with those, you're going to extend the top leg as you get to the side. Repeat, extend the top leg. Roll, stop, extend the top leg. Only a minute of those because your lower abs should already be a little bit sore, not sore, but fatigued, shall we say, from doing the bird dogs. So that's a little bit of a finisher for those. And you're going to do as many as you can in that 1 minute. We're going to do our final bridge variation now for 2 whole minutes. For this, you bridge up on the double legs. So lift your bottom, tilt your pelvis, keep your abs engaged, exactly the same as before. Now you're going to take footsteps out. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're trying to keep your bottom as high as possible, your abs engaged and your glutes engaged. What you should find is the further away your heel gets from your bottom, the more you feel it down the back of your thigh in the hamstring. Important muscle to keep strong for your walking, for your balance, for your your ability to not fall over. So when your arm's compromised, keep as much of the rest of your body strong as possible. And you do 2 whole minutes of that. And the last exercise we're going to do is a Russian twist. So we'll do a couple more. We'll do a Russian twist. In this position, keep your heels down, knees bent. You're going to roll slightly back. Keep your bad arm tucked, and you're just going to twist, touch from side to side. So if you see me from this angle, side to side, side to side. You should feel your abs engaged the whole time, holding the weight of your upper body up. And then you just, as you reach across each side, you should feel your side, your obliques, those muscles on the side by your ribs engaging. Only 1 minute of those because they're pretty difficult. And now we're actually going to finish this time with some bicycle crunches, but you're only going to use the one side, obviously. So tabletop legs 1 more time. Good arm behind your head, bad arm tucked here. You're going to bring the opposite knee to elbow together into that bicycle crunch position. Obviously with the bad arm, you just tilt your shoulder up, but you don't try to extend or move the arm up. So it should look like this. and you can do as many of those bicycle crunches as you can in 2 minutes. And putting all that together, you should have done enough exercise and not really want to do anymore. But we're going to do a quick cool down. So you're going to go back to your marching for 30 seconds, back to your groin openers, 30 seconds. Then you're going to rotate your hips for 30 seconds, or we're going to do 15 seconds one direction, 15 seconds other direction. We're going to reach down side to side. Obviously, you can probably do this without aggravating the shoulder. If it does hurt, tuck the shoulder there, but we're just opening up all the muscles, stretching the muscles we've just been engaging. You're going to do 30 seconds of these, 30 seconds rolling the neck. If that's painful in the neck, avoid, but do 15 seconds one direction, 15 seconds the other direction. We're going to do a full roll down, so arms on your thigh, tilt your chin towards your chest, try to touch your toes, and back up. And you're just going to do, we're not going to do that for time, we're going to do 10 of those up and down. Up and down. You feel you're dynamically stretching your calf, your hamstring, and your lower back. No static, don't need to pause, just up and down for 10 repetitions. Finally, you can stretch your quads, so if you can have something to hold on to, just grab one foot, pull so you feel the quad, the front of your thigh stretching. Don't let your knee go too far forward, you want to bring that knee level with the standing knee. You might need Yvonne to steady you here. When it comes to doing the same side that your dodgy arm is on, use the other arm to reach across, like so. Hold the quad and finish up. And that's all the exercises for now. We'll add to them as and when your shoulder starts to get a little bit stronger.